Hi there, my name's Laura Hawkes and I'm an intelligence and crisis consultant at Another Day. Here at Another Day, we carry out a wide range of work assisting large organisations to prepare for the worst case scenarios and support their internal teams with building resilience and planning for potential threats and issues. In this video, I'm going to talk you through the ongoing conflict in Ethiopia between the central government and Tigrayan forces to highlight a less documented geopolitical issue. In Ethiopia, the Tigray People's Liberation Front, otherwise known as the TPLF, were the dominant power in Ethiopia for 30 years until Abiy Ahmed took over office in 2018. Abiy subsequently introduced liberalised policies, but the TPLF saw this as attempting to centralise power whilst eradicating Ethiopia's federal system. This increased tensions, and the TPLF then refused to hold regional elections in September 2020. The central government, in response, then suspended funding for Tigray and cut ties with it in October. The real catalyst for the conflict then came when Tigrayan forces allegedly attacked military bases housing government troops in Tigray, including Mekele, Adigrat, Agula, and Sero, in November, triggering military confrontation. Whilst the conflict initially began in Tigray with the military base attack, military action from both sides has gone far beyond the state. Many Tigrayan forces referred to the action as a march to Addis Ababa, indicating their intention to extend their control to the Ethiopian capital, although the TPLF have yet to reach the city. The Tigrayan forces movement is outlined here, showing Tigrayan forces have clearly begun to push south of Tigray towards the capital. However, the main areas devastated by the conflicts remain in the north of the country. At the end of July, Tigrayan forces controlled strategic areas including Zobil and Rayakobu. This area is of high strategic value due to it allowing Tigrayan forces to block the main logistical supply line called Djibouti-Addis Ababa, damaging the primary route of Ethiopia's formal trade. Similarly, the TPLF pushed into Weldia, another crucial location for the central government as the town accesses Port Djibouti. Notably, bordering Sudan, people in Humera, Tigray, suffered from an offensive carried out by the central government. In mid-July, Tigrayan forces announced a new offensive to recapture areas taken by the Ethiopian government. This triggered the government forces and militia groups holding Humera to launch a new phase of mass incarcerations of resident Tigrayans. On the 2nd of August, bodies reportedly washed up in Wad al-Hilu, Sudan, along the Tekez River from Humera. At the end of August, approximately 200 villagers from Hena Teklahemanot, a village in close proximity to Daba Ahmara, were allegedly killed by Tigrayan forces, with 100 people still missing. Tigrayan forces have since disputed this claim as being fabricated by the central government. On the 31st of August, Tigrayan forces reportedly attacked Samara Airport, targeting a drone ground control station. On the 9th of September, the central government claimed that Tigrayan forces have been driven out of the Afar region. The Tigrayan forces claim, however, they had simply redeployed troops to Amhara for an offensive there. We have yet to see further reported conflict in this state. However, we note the proximity of the recent Tigrayan influence in Dessie, close to the Afar border. It was reported on the 15th of September that Tigrayan forces surrounded two Eritrean divisions, 11th and 22nd, along with several Ethiopian contingents in the Dessie. The Tigrayan forces have also been able to acquire central government military technology, with this side on the 4th of September, releasing images of captured machinery, including a multiple rocket launcher system. On the 17th of September, President Biden signed an executive order which would allow for sanctions against both sides of the conflict. Whilst Tigrayan forces have appeared to welcome the move, Abiy Ahmed accused the US of applying unwarranted pressure and claims the policy surpassed humanitarian concerns. This latest US policy continues from an earlier USAID chief visit in early August, where the US outlined their aims for both sides to pacify, specifically the TPLF to withdraw forces from Amhara and Afar, Amhara regional government to withdraw forces from Western Tigray, and the Eritrean government to withdraw troops from Tigray. The current Ethiopia conflict lacks wider international media attention. The lack of coverage should be concerning for the international community, given Ethiopia's importance in the region. Their national defense forces are considered to be one of the Horn of Africa's most potent military actors and are a key US counterterrorism ally in the region. The outcome of this conflict has broader implications for global actors in the region and their international efforts against insurgencies.